Okay, let's properly start Bioshock Burial at Sea Part 2, because what was happening in the previous video, that was just a very long intro. And a recap. Now we're actually going to see gameplay, because guess what? They changed all the gameplay again. Just like that. This is now a stealth game. We had a straight-up shooter, we had a scrounging for ammo thing, survival thing, and now we have a stealth action game.
We'll just light right off the shelf. Can't buy that with money.
Right, so there's nothing here, but we can go here. This is the only way forward.
Use this air grabber. It's gonna be messy, I don't know.
Well, a blow to the back of his head will serve just as well. Be a hell of a lot quieter, too.
That's not what you would have done.
I'm not Booker. Just because your father did something one way, doesn't mean you have to.
I ain't letting a good lead like you get away!
I see the game is trying to teach us that we now have vent crawling, and yes, the glass makes our steps noisy.
We're not finished!
We haven't even started yet.
JJ, you got your spying on me again. You don't have my permission to leave.
I'm not sure whether they're... what? Ryan the Lion... what academy? Okay, we'll see it in a moment.
You'll want to get the drop on him, and quiet. He can't hear what's only in your head.
Well, he's not getting up anytime soon.
And what with his head all attached to his body.
From here on, it's only gonna get worse.
And how much worse is up to you.
Well, it's, that sure is 3D modeling. Wait, he's sleeping. So we've just entered this guy, and we've just been in his pants.
Children, the clay, Bradburn. It's up to us to see they become Prisoners and don't return to mud. Get them young enough. You can mold them for life. Henry! Fetch that black label lacquers, that 12-year-old single malt. Let's discuss this like men. Henry!
Is this some kind of nursery? Oh, maybe a school.
That's right. Cry like a baby. Your mother didn't love you. Why should she? What did you ever do to earn it? Nothing.
I will not share my toys. Okay, we can see what kind of values they're trying to teach.
Do you know what they call men who shy away from adversity?
Now, let's get his lockpick.
Oh, I see he continues talking, at least according to subtitles. He's still talking in his sleep. I'm going to explore this place. Oh, look at this. This is a basketball court. A classic for this kind of game. Except usually in these games you can actually interact with the basketball and toss it. But not in this one, no. Oh well, let's continue. We don't have a physics engine to play with balls, so let's use that lockpick. Let's finally see what Elizabeth was doing during all these lockpicking sessions. First I'll just check something out, if there's anything. This leads back to the basketball court, yes. What about this vent? Anything good here? this one takes me back again to the basketball court. Yeah, this is very unusual, right? After a linear shooter and whatever the hell the previous part was, we've got this game where there are several ways of entering a single room. Really weird. Are they turning a dial on gameplay and trying to see which...
Lockpicking can be easy with the right tools and know-how. Use your lockpick to probe a pin. A neutral pin will open the door. A blue pin will open the door and knock free a noisemaker. A red pin will open the door, but also sound an alarm.
Simple enough. Just a 6-pin tumbler. But there's an alarm. That could come in handy, though.
And we're doing this to the sound of snoring. I guess these knocked out splices are the audience stand-in. Lions of the Week. Okay, there's a movie playing in the background. We'll watch it later. And no, I cannot hear the male splicer who seems to be talking straight into subtitles. It should be also imaginary. Elizabeth, can you see anyone?
If I can afford to see the doctor, is it my concern that others cannot? No, says the
Okay, let's give it a watch.
We must all crowd our way into the physician's office. Ryan the lion says, chew on that, you parasite.
Well, that's cute. Okay, look at this. I love this. See, there are cubes just stacked here because... See, this is the puzzle. This is the puzzle. 9 plus 2.
Hello, children.
Put a single-digit cube into a single slot.
I'm here to tell you about Peter the parasite.
Great. Oh, right.
If I bake a pie, isn't it mine to enjoy? No, says Peter the parasite. We all deserve a piece. If I earn a nickel, isn't it my right to buy candy if I see fit? No, says Peter the parasite. You must only buy fruits and vegetables. If I can afford to see the doctor, is it my concern that others cannot? No, says the damnable parasite. We must all crowd our way into the physician's office. Ryan the lion said.
Okay, we've had that.
Chew on that, you parasite.
What else have they got here in this indoctrination station? Oh, communism. What have we got on communism? Is a misspelled mistake. Empathy.
I'm here to tell you about Peter the parasite.
Alright.
Mine to enjoy.
It's all very heavy-handed, but... They're not being particularly subtle around children. Just tell them that everything is a mistake.
You must only buy fruits and vegetables. If I can afford to see the doctor.
Well, haven't we had a male splicer talking? There's nobody here. For the pacification of disruptive children and... You know, this looks like a weapon rack, but there is no weapon, Oh, I see.
You sure you're ready to use that?
It's a crossbow. Looks like the bolt delivers some kind of sleep agent. Probably phencyclidine or sodium thiopental. They had all kinds of books in my tower. How do you think I always knew what ammo to toss you?
Knowing ain't the same as being ready.
Why don't you ask Comstock how ready I was?
Your father's blood runs in your veins, but it doesn't have to be on your hands.
And
It's up to you.
warn us? Those who cannot create will always steal from those who do. is your empathy? Asks the parasite while he picks your pocket. Do you know this?
So I think this DLC is trying to explain more about Rapture, more about Elizabeth.
Alright, boys.
It's a very explanatory DLC. How did you know? How did Elizabeth how was Elizabeth able to do something? Here is how.
Peter the Parasite.
How does education work in Rapture? Here is how.
But I'm not deaf.
I think she's heard us. Yeah, there's some kind of detection aura above her head. Oh, let's go into the vents.
Must find it. Root it out.
Yes, nobody's heard of that.
The bell is rung. Class is over. I hope we all learned something from it.
More ammo. The real question here is, do I have a drop-down attack?
First, the law gets bribery. Then, you want some fella in my previous life.
Where were all these vents in the original Bioshock? Where were they in Bioshock 2? Where were they in... I don't know, Infinite? Okay, can I drop down on her?
And anything in return. Why? Who benefits class? Someone who wants what you have.
Nope, thanks game.
A president, a premier, a pope.
I heard that.
Okay, she heard that. Yeah, I think she heard that. But she's not in any particular hurry. Can I knock her out? I mean, we're playing on easy, I'll probably...
Lady, come out here this instant.
I love how they identify her gender instantly. At least we got a sandwich out of this. Oh, that guy... That guy has something. Crossbow bolts. I think I should check out the kitchen. Maybe that's where the voice is coming from. Oh, prices. Prices, lunch prices. No such thing as free lunch, and juice and water cost the same.
If that's what they call a fella. Prosperous. Determined. Uncompromising. Defiant. Shoot it.
Oh, that was hand cannon ammo, so we're getting hand cannon. That's nice to know.
First, the law gets bribery. Then, you want some fella in my privy so I can go identify. What's next? Martial law?
Right, so I think that's all I can get. Let's try that door.
That's what this is. Incessant, unbounded prying into my respectable entrepreneurial affairs.
That magazine in the locker, we'll see more of them today.
Criminal dealings? Ha! Fallacy and misdirection from those afraid to let the market take its natural course. So I grist a few palms here and there, time to time. What of it? I'd been told this town was friendly to free enterprise. Seems to me you're against a guy making an...
So they couldn't actually create any real characters. Like, who would do something or like have a name, and they just have random splices walking around and spouting plot. Well, not plot, but things. Okay, I'm not going to the exit yet. We're not ready for what's beyond. We're going to grab the hand cannon. And be slightly more ready. Oh, it doesn't even come with a full clip. Okay, well... We haven't been there, have we? The headmaster's office. It's gotta have something good. Official procedure for problem children, use of possession is advised. What, not hand cannon? Oh, they're using a lot of possession here. Interesting. So that's how education works in Rapture. We just possess kids into obedience. Seems fitting. Was this released before or after Dead Space 2? I don't remember. Because Dead Space 2 had the whole nursery chapter, whatever, where you started kicking babies and stuff. And there were lots of toys and school facilities. Kinda seems very similar. Oh, makers and takers. I wonder if we'll meet any of them.
Look, Suchong. That's the name you had me tell Atlas. Huh.
I don't follow.
Looks like this character Suchong has taken over the Silverfin restaurant. That's where the tear was that I used when I first came to Rapture looking for Comstock. Before this place was turned into a prison.
But the first time you came to Rapture was in 1960, with Booker, when you drowned some...
Over a year from now. Yeah, that's right. When I could see all the doors, it all made sense, but now it's just a jumble.
Elizabeth, you're bleeding.
Now I know what it feels like. Alright, if we're gonna find Suchong, the Silverfin is the place to start. I know the way.
Are you in the know? There has been a lot of idle talk from gadflies and naysayers following the nationalization of Fontaine Futuristics. I believe in free men and free markets, but I also believe in my city. And Frank Fontaine's purpose was nothing less than the destruction of Rapture. It was he who gave comfort to the laggards and layabouts. It was he who coddled the tramps and vagabonds. Fontaine was poisoning the people of Rapture. But his venom wasn't made of arsenic or strychnine. No. It was concocted from something far deadlier. It was brewed from altruism. Now you know.
Okay, let's go shopping.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Shotgun ammo. That's interesting, but I only have enough money for a lockpick. I think I'm going to get some use out of it.
No return.
Right, where do I need to go, game? Tell me. Oh, wait. Shopping bag? Money. Okay, so I need to go towards the restaurant. As that away, meaning we are going to go the other way and explore whatever this is. What is this? Cupid's arrow? Some kind of... Oh!
Are you in the know?
Human reproduction is vitally important to society, but there is no reason that the act of copulation cannot be pleasurable as well. Remember these tips. Sex is egotistical. Without self-esteem, those participating in coitus are revealed to be fraudulent, hypocritical animals. Ego is indispensable in the bedroom. Negotiate with your mate. Intercourse can be mutually beneficial to both parties. Set out expectations with your partner beforehand, outlining the services you will provide one another, and hold them to their side of the deal. Never forget, oral contracts and handshake deals are for starry-eyed gigolos. Always get it in writing. Your pleasure is your business. Remember, you come first. Nobody's going to keep an eye on your pleasure except you. Don't be left high and dry. Armed with this knowledge, go forth now and enjoy Sexual Congress the Rapture way.
Now you know.
Alright, so this is apparently the place they've created for all the people who are asking how sex works in Rapture.
I was here as well. Right after I came through, I needed something to wear that was a little more Rapture appropriate.
Just for that? Okay, let's see what they've got on offer. Lockpicks, yes, as always. Lockpicks in awkward places. Okay, magazines, what have they got? They've got... sailors.
You didn't have these books in my tower.
What books? These books? Oh. There aren't many of them. I bet they had a shelf. Come on, guys, you could have made more. So, I'm not going there yet. But it looks like, yeah, they decided to make a sex shop in Rapture to educate everyone how it works, because maybe people were asking questions. But also this DLC kinda contradicts the one we had, what we saw in... Well, look at that guy's face. It kinda doesn't gel with what we saw, like just a straight-up pimp in the previous part, in part 1. Because what they should have done was, like, I don't know, have 3...
Dear Madam, I have received your letter regarding our new line of Peeping Tom plasmids and wish to respond thusly. Tough luck. This is Rapture, miss. What my customers do with my product is their business. If you are feeling uncomfortable, you are more than welcome to line the walls of your home in lead. If you wish, I could direct you to a reputable supplier.
I see. Okay, we've got Peeping Tom, plasmid somewhere nearby. I think that's right there on the other side of this wall. Anyway, they should have had that pimp scene, should have had like 3 people with gender changing on the fly using the plasmids or whatever. And they should have had, I don't know, a price list, just a chalkboard with prices of how much different kinks would cost you, and all of them should involve plasmids, like maybe someone can get off only with possession, like being possessed, or something like it. They could have done it.
Hey, there you are.
How many times have I asked Antonio for lockers with actual locks on them? I come back from lunch and the ensemble I just bought is gone. Stolen. But here's what takes the cake. The thief left an outfit in exchange. At first I was gonna toss that thing, but then I kind of fell in love with it. It's an old-timey number with a corset, no less. It ain't exactly today's fashion, but I'm a girl who can tell good craftsmanship when she sees it.
Disappear from sight, see through walls, and sneak up on your foes.
Splicers. I could use this plasmid and see them through the walls, or if worst comes to worst, turn completely invisible and get the drop on them.
We could also use this magic called glass doors to see them through walls, but
Recently, I've been on something of a high.
right, so we've got the stealth vision, and we can sneak up on them and they won't know what hit them.
Big comeback. Just need a new agent.
Well, he couldn't take the punishment. I don't think he should audition for a movie like that, or... What it... That wasn't a movie, magazine. He went down just after a single punch, or a hit on the back of the neck, so definitely not ready.
But I got something new.
What did you mean before when you said you were in Paris?
It wasn't really Paris. It was more... It was more of the world as I want to see it. I suppose I wasn't really happy there. We'd all be better off, us Stewits, if we could leave well enough.
Why are my hands all red? Gotta scrub this blood off.
Oh, she's behind me. Nah, I'm not going to bother with, like, non-lethal takedown, no. So, I have a question. Why is this Cupid's Arrow shop right opposite the nursery, whatever, the primary school? I guess this is Rapture, nobody cares, but it's going to be funny if kids come out and say, "Mommy, buy me a bow with the Cupid's Arrow," every single time they come here. Alright, so I think there's going to be a save spot around here, yep. And we can end it here. It's been a good day. We visited a school, we went to a sex shop. So next time we'll continue wherever the hell this takes us, I don't remember.